We begin tonight with a live look of what is left of an old barn in Wyoming County. The National Weather Service has confirmed a tornado touchdown. Good evening, I'm Hannah Bueller. A fast-moving storm system ripped through rural western New York late this morning. It took out the barn, tore up trees, and gave people there quite a scare. The cell we are talking about hit the town of North Java. The tornado traveled about 10 miles over 15 minutes from Chaffee Road along Route 78. It lifted close to Route 19. Jeff Russo has been there since the storm swept through, and he spoke with the owners of that barn who were just feet away from the tornado's path. He joins us live with a look at the damage. Jeff.
Hello, Hannah. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, the National Weather Service tells us they issued that tornado warning around 10:37 this morning, and the damage, the touchdown of that tornado began right here in this area about 3 minutes later before that EF2 moved, as you said, about 10 miles here to the east of Route 78. And to get an idea of the power that came along with those 115-mile-an-hour winds that were associated with this storm, look no further than right behind me. This morning was a barn. Now look at it, completely leveled. In fact, this structure was picked up off its foundation and moved 30 feet along the track of this storm. The only thing more dramatic, perhaps more incredible than the damage here today, is the fact that the family that was only steps away from this barn when the storm rolled through is safe and sound tonight.
You can just witness the damage that was done to that barn, and it's sort of a miracle.
An EF2 tornado with estimated wind speeds of 115 miles per hour, knocking down trees, power lines, and ripping shingles off homes on a 10-mile path from Java to the town of Wethersfield.
Along the track of the tornado, there were many dozens, hundreds probably, of hard and softwood trees that were either uprooted or snapped.
But the biggest indicator of damage from the tornado was this barn on Chaffee Road, which was leveled, lifted off its foundation, and moved around 30 feet.
Wind, rain, debris. I saw branches flying, and that was it. I blinked and it was gone. And then I came outside and everything was gone.
Sam Marlette and her husband purchased the farm just over a year ago. Sam was inside her home with her children, only 50 feet away from where the barn was destroyed. Incredibly, the path of the tornado spared the house.
Did you see what happened to the barn?
It was just big white wall. Next thing I know, it was down. I heard nothing. I saw nothing. I don't even remember. One
of the most amazing things of this whole story today is the story of the barn behind us, where not only were none of the people in the home behind us hurt or killed, but none of the livestock was either.
Luckily, Sam's family was unharmed. The horses, cows, and other livestock were inside the barn when it collapsed, but also survived.
I still have my 2 goats in there because they're afraid of coming out.
The Marlettes a little scared and emotionally shaken, but outside of a few cuts and scratches, physically okay.
Everybody's alive, everybody's fine, which I'm really thankful for.
And we are thankful that Sam and her family are safe tonight. She was understandably emotional today when calling this her dream home that she just moved into about a year ago, but she says they will rebuild and reiterated the most important thing is that her family and her livestock are safe tonight. The animals may in fact move to stay with some neighbors, some of the amazing community members that were out here to offer their assistance while the damage here at this barn is addressed because the equipment and the feed for this farm was stored inside that barn as well. The storm also knocked out power to dozens of residents here. Still about 60 customers were told without power tonight, but it's expected that will be restored by 7 o'clock. So even with the damage and the emotional toll that this storm took today, we do know tonight that this could have been a lot worse. Reporting in Java, Jeff Russo, 7 News.